The Truth About Wealth. A story on retirement and financial freedom. Takeshi sat at his sturdy oak desk, the morning sun casting a long shadow across his leather-bound ledger. At 72, he often asked himself, is retirement really peaceful? He realized the answer wasn't found in a tropical vacation, but in the absence of the knots in his stomach that had defined his middle age. He opened the book to a section clearly indexed as The Foundation, written in his steady hand for his son, Haru. A knock at the door announced Haru's arrival. The younger man walked in, his suit slightly rumpled, and his eyes darting to his vibrating phone. "I'm drowning, Dad," Haru admitted, dropping into a chair. "I got the promotion, but somehow we have less money than before. The kids, school, the new car, it's a treadmill." Takeshi watched him, recognizing the frantic energy of a man whose security was an illusion built on debt. Takeshi turned the pages to a section titled, The Trap of Lifestyle Creep. He shared a memory from 30 years ago. "I thought success was a shiny reflection," he told Haru. He remembered standing by a luxury sedan, feeling like a king. While ignoring the fact that the monthly payments were eating his ability to save, he had traded his future peace for a status symbol that began losing value the moment he drove it home. Akemi, Takeshi's wife, entered with a tray of tea, her presence a calming force. She looked at Haru and remembered the quiet arguments she and Takeshi once had over private school tuitions they couldn't afford. "We wanted to give you everything," Akemi said softly, "but we realized that financial stability is the greatest gift a parent can give. By overextending then, we risked becoming a financial burden to you now." Takeshi pointed to a red-inked page in the ledger. The quick win delusion. He recounted the time he lost their emergency fund on a hot tech stock tip. He had been impatient, wanting to leapfrog the slow climb of compound interest. When the company folded, he learned that wealth isn't a sprint won by luck, but a marathon won by the boring, repetitive habit of consistency. Takeshi slid the ledger toward Haru, pointing to a bold heading. "Rule Hason, pay yourself first." He explained that retirement becomes peaceful only when you stop treating savings as an afterthought. 10% of every yen you earn goes into the Freedom Fund before the first bill is paid, Takeshi instructed. Haru looked at the organized columns, seeing how small, automated choices had built his father's fortress. Haru flipped to a page titled, The Power of Enough. It featured a simple chart comparing the cost of a prestigious life versus a content one. Takeshi explained that downsizing their home and car hadn't felt like a loss. It felt like shedding weights. "Security isn't about how much you have," Takeshi noted. "It's about how little you owe. Peace is found when your overhead is lower than your heartbeat." Akemi sat beside Takeshi, pouring the tea into delicate cups. "Look at the section on the emergency buffer," she told Haru. "It's 3 months of life, tucked away in a place you never touch. It's not for a rainy day, it's the umbrella that keeps the rain from ever reaching your mind." Takeshi reached out and touched Akemi's hand, their shared financial discipline having forged a bond of total trust. Haru stood up, his phone now put away. He looked out the window at his expensive SUV, and finally saw it for what it was, a thief of his sleep. "I'm going to sell it," he said, his voice steady for the first time. "I'd rather have the Freedom Fund than the leather seats." Takeshi felt a wave of relief. The cycle of keeping up with the Joneses was finally being broken. As Haru drove away, Takeshi watched from the porch. Retirement was peaceful, he concluded, because he no longer had to trade his time for things he didn't need. He had a garden, his health, and the quiet satisfaction of a debt-free heart. True security wasn't a number in a bank. It was the ability to watch the sunset without wondering what it cost to stay in the light.